Okay. Right, everyone okay this week? Everyone well? No major injuries or anything I need to know about? If you do, just raise your hand and then I can have a chat. If you don't want to open into a tongue. And I did the weekend. Good week last week.
Good.
I know. It's like Monday again. How did this happen? It's crazy, isn't it? Oh. Okay. So first of all, we're going to come onto our mat. We're going to come to our mat with no judgment, with compassion for yourself, and make sure that there's no judgment for yourself or anyone else in the class, because we're coming into this free space where we can be ourselves. Remember, this is a yoga practice, and a practice means you learn lessons and you implement those lessons. It's all about self-awareness, and you can only do that by going internal, okay? I am now embarking on a 500-hour yoga course. So where the physicals, you've got the physical element, I'm kind of wanting to learn a little bit more about the sutras and what it means to be a yogi and all that sort of stuff. So I will bring elements of that, and I will start probably, doing the chants and doing hands and fingers, but that will come, and that's for me to practice, but also for me to teach. So I hope you don't mind that. If you do, you don't have to do it, right? Because I know sometimes it's like, this is weird, but we'll get there. All right, so we're looking at hip skin today, looking more at dancer's pose. So we need these to be nice and warmed up. It really, to get that arch, sometimes people will stay there because this is just really tight. So what I want to do is work on it so that you can have that flexibility in your hip flexors. We're also working on inner thighs and once again outer thighs as well, IT band, just to really kind of get that all-round hip mobility and flexibility. All right, so let's come to our mat. And you can sit in whatever pose you like. So if you are happy with easy pose, happy days. If you're happy with a little swastika, getting your foot in there. As you see, hips aren't my thing either, so I am working on it. Or you can come into your hero's pose, which I'm going to sit here. You can either, so it's bringing your knees together, taking your feet out to the side. You can use your butt, just take a seat. And we want to be comfortable. Okay. So choose your pose now. And what I would like you to do is close your eyes. Close your eyes. On the next finger, I'd like you to breathe in, lengthen up the spine, so straighten up the spine. And then on the out breath, bring your shoulder blades back and down. So we've got a physical posture. What I would like you to do is just notice how you feel physically. Is there a point where there's tension? I'd like you to notice how you feel emotionally. Is your jaw tight because you're stressed? Or you're happy? So either keep that feeling, or if it's kind of negative, use this session to just release it, okay? And we'll do some breathing in a minute to do that. And so I just want you to sit with your emotions and your physical body. Just connect with your breath. So if you do have anything that you want to get rid of, you can use the breath to breathe it out Get rid of anything that's unwanted. And if it's feeling it's unwanted, if it's a feeling that's in your stomach or something, you can bring that up and then breathe it out. Breathe it. Get rid of today. That's anything that's not serving you. And deepen that breathing by breathing down right into the belly, using your belly breathing or through part yogic breathing. So we're opening up the diaphragm on the in breath, and on the out breath, closing up that diaphragm by using the belly, pushing in towards the spine. Now just set your intention for today's lesson. Whether it's coming to your mat to try yoga for the first time in a while, or for physical exercise, or just grounding, whatever it is for you today. And when you're ready, open up your eyes. And what we're going to do now is on the next inhale, bring your hands up towards the sky. We're going to drag that energy, drag some good energy out. Bring your hands together via your third eye. On the exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Looking down at the earth, so you can feel that stretch in the back of the neck. And then we're going to inhale, bring your arms up again. Nice big deep inhale. Exhale. Okay, we're going to go for a couple of lines breaths now. So inhale up, bring your, clench your fist, and you kind of just get rid of anything that you don't need it. Feeling empowered with this breath. Last one. Okay, bring your palms together one more time. Bring your hands to heart center, gaze down towards the earth, dropping hands down wherever they fall, and then inhale, bring your head upwards as we exhale right into the right shoulder. Bring your ear to the shoulder rather than your shoulder to the ear, then inhale, rise up, exhale down the other side. Notice how you're feeling. Inhale, rise up. And we're just going to rotate the neck round. So place, if you have trouble with your neck, place your hands behind for support if you need it. And then you're going to go back the other way. Lovely. Okay. And into the neutral spine. Inhale, take the arms shoulder height. I'm going to laterally flex to the right. Inhale, rise up, use the breath, off to the left. And feel the side body, taking a nice stretch. And if you are kind of on your sitting bones, try not to lift up the bum, but just using this lateral flexion in the spine. Alright, and come down. Take breath on the next inhale, raise up, and we're going to rotate the spine. Inhale up, rotate the spine. Inhale up, rotate the spine. Inhale up, last one. Alright, lovely jubbly. We're going to take our feet out to the front. Always have your blocks and equipment to the front sides of the mat, so they're always available. Feet out. Take them, bend your knees, Take your feet out to the sides of your mat. Make sure you've got support at the back. What we're going to do is inhale. As we exhale, take your knees down to the right. Inhale up, take your knees to the left. And this is where you probably start to feel a little bit of tension in the sides of the hips. That's fine, so this is what we're warming up for. So what we're going to do now is leave the right knee down, but leave the left knee down, bring the right knee up until you can't anymore, and then you draw the other one up. And you're going to do the same with the other side. There we are. Which way? If you leave your sitting bones on the earth, you get more of a stretch in the IT band as well. So that's tight there. Alright, perfect. What we're going to do is come onto our hands and knees. So as always, spread the fingers out. Make sure the shoulders are stacked over the wrists and the hips stacked over the knees. Everything kind of hip width apart. Nice neutral stance in your shoulders. So when we're ready, we're going to inhale, bring the belly down to the earth, looking up. We're going into our cat and cow pose. On the exhale, we're going to round up the spine, bringing the chin into the chest and the shoulders should part. Inhale down to cow pose. Feeling the stretch in the stomach. Exhale up to cat pose. Breathing nice and deeply. And into cat pose. Alright, come back onto our heels. Tuck the toes under. We're just going to stretch the toes up and start to warm up on this as well. Don't know about anyone else, but you know, with weather, it's just getting into your joints and bring on the warmth. That's what I say. Alright, just rotate your wrists. We're not fully on our wrists. Well, a bit both, a bit of everything today. Alright, so shaking off the wrists. And we're just going to turn the feet over, come back, raise your knees up. So we're just going to get that stretch in the front of the feet. If you can't raise your knees up, that's absolutely fine, okay? You go to what is good for you today. Alright. Yes. Alright, and come forward. Take your socks off, because we're going to go up into downward dog now. So, once your socks are off, and if you've got any warm stuff on that you want to get rid of, please do so now. Okay, downward dog. So let's place our hands down, spread the fingers, tuck the toes under, bring our hips nice and high, so raise the knees off the ground. Your hips are going nice and high, all the energy is directed up through the hips. Next, we are going to bring our shoulder blades back and down, so move the head away from the shoulders, giving you room in between your ear and your arm. Next, we're going to press away from the ground, hoping that the chest will be pressed towards the thighs. And lastly, we're just going to take the heels down towards the earth. You can either press down or you can cycle those heels up. So continue here. Let's just have a quick look. Bend into the knees, see what you need to do. So this is something. What you do is called a short dog. Alright? Where you kind of still a down dog, but you're not quite a forward fold, but you're not quite a down dog. So you just need to come forward and make it a little bit. And just draw our heads down. Alright, what I would like you to do is just start to look forwards towards your hands. When you're looking forward, press your heels down. Alright? So we're going to come into a half forward fold. So, half forward fold, making sure you've got a nice flat back. If you are able to put your hands on the ground, so here. But if you put the hands on the ground and you round up the shoulders, bring your hands up onto your shins. So yeah, move forward, just come up onto your shins, either hip width apart or bring the heels and so that you can. Okay, so you're going to bring your shoulders back, so you might want to raise up a little bit. And coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. All the way up. Extend your hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Perfect. Okay, we're going to go into our sun salutation now. So if you would like to take off your warm stuff, we're going to flow through the first one a little bit slower, and then we're going to go a bit quicker for the last two. What I'd like to show you now, I know Mel, you like to jump, so a little bit more advanced. As we go into a half fold, you might want to place your hands down, jump back into Chaturanga, okay? So if you ever want to give that a go, or anyone else, please do so, alright? It's just a little bit of a progression. So coming into our Tadasana, tuck the tailbone in, bring your shoulder blades back and down. And we're going to feel the earth on beneath our feet. Taking a moment to ground. And then we're going to inhale, take the arms up on the next in-breath. As we exhale, we're going to come down, hinging at the hips, all the way down into a forward fold. So drop the head down, inhale, rise to a half fold. So rise the body up, bring the shoulder blades back. Exhale, palms down. We're going to take a step back into our plank, like it. Inhale. As we exhale, take the knees down. Always take the knees down if you are not wanting to go down straight away. And then take the chest down and the chin. Drop the hips and then come in forward with our hands into our Sphinx pose. And always in this position, elbows in, engage the core, the butt and the thighs, all right, to protect the back. Exhale down, bring your hands back by your ribs and then come up to downward dog, either via your knees or come up using your posture. All right. And we're going to walk forwards towards our hands. However you want to do it, you can jump, take a big step or a couple of steps into a half fold. So nice flat back, shoulders back. Exhale, full forward fold. And coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. That's your basic sun salutation, okay? All the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to quicken up a little bit now. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, down, forward fold. Inhale, rise to a half fold. Exhale, plant palms down, step back, jump back into plank, move down to Chaturanga. Inhale, up to Cobra. Exhale, back to downward dog. Because everyone's at their different stages, we can all meet in downward dog, okay? So it doesn't matter where you're at. All right, inhale, on your next inhale, take your right leg up to the side. Hold it, and bring your knee through. Stack your foot in between your hands, so you might want to go down onto your knee first, then slide your foot around. It's up to you. All right, adjust your foot where necessary. Take your left knee down. This is where you're going to need your blocks. Take your left knee down, inhale, rise. Tuck the tailbone in and forward with your hips. Inhale. As we exhale, we're going to place the right hand down by the right hip. So you might be okay by putting it on the floor, but I prefer to use the blocks. And what we're going to do is lean across. Inhale, rise. Switch the block, place that to the left. Inhale up, and as we exhale, we're going to bend to the left. Feeling that in that stretch in the side body. Inhale, rise. Exhale, plant the palms down and come back to downward dog. Inhale, take that left leg up to the side. And we're going to do the same, bring it through, stacking between your hands. Get into your low lunge first. Make sure your knee is stacked over your ankle. So you can adjust your foot, bring it through, bring it forward as best you can. Take that right leg down. Yeah. Good. Okay, rise up. Now, that block needs to go in line with your hips, so you really get that real good kind of stretch on the side body. So, if you haven't done already, inhale up, place your left hand down, across, inhale, rise, take your block over to the other side, inhale up. As we exhale, we move to the right. Just a little bit of an extra stretch in the side body. Inhale up, place your block away, come back into a downward dog. And we're going to jump forward, step forward, walk forward into a half fold, exhale, fall forward fold, and coming up vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Well done. Nice. Take a breath. Then on the next breath, we're going to do warrior one, okay? So, inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, down, forward folded. Inhale, rise to a half fold. Exhale, plant the palms down, step back into plank or into chaturanga. And bring it through, warrior one. My sister's blooming tried to phone, hasn't she? And it's not the video of. Anyway, so warrior one, we want to be nice and strong. Your rear foot turn 45 degrees. And then nice and strong, feeling that right in the hip flexor. And then inhale. As we exhale, plant the palms down, come back to plank. Step back to plank. Inhale, as we exhale, chaturanga. Please take to your knees if you need to. Up to downward dog or up dog. Sorry, up to cobra. And then back to down. Left knee to the side. Bring it all the way through, stack in between your hands. Right, before you rise up, just get the low lunge first. Take the right foot out slightly. We're going to make sure we get both legs with the same amount of weight on, because sometimes we come up just on the front. We've got to make sure that the weight's balanced, and then once we've got that balanced, we're going to rise up, take the energy all the way from the earth up to your hands, nice and strong. You may not be able to put your heel down, that's absolutely fine. Okay, inhale. As we exhale, we're going to step forward into a half fold. Exhale, fall forward fold. And coming up vertebrae by vertebrae. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take 5 breaths. I've just realised a really important thing, and I thought, I've forgotten something here. I was like, no I haven't, don't be stupid. What do I normally have down there? I've got no book, I've got no script. So I'm just going to have to roll with it and think about what I did this morning. Don't worry, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I kind of know what's going on. Right, there is a bit of vinyasa in it. Right, let me think. Okay, got it. We're fine. We're fine. You might need your strap because we're going to go into warrior two, but do cow flexed arm. Okay. All right, just opening up the chest. Okay, when you're ready, come into your Tadasana. Tuck the tailbone in, bring the shoulder blades back and down. You're going to go tree, high lunge, warrior two. Okay. So pick a point just in front of you that you can focus on, which will help you in your balance. Place all the weight on your left foot. Bring your right foot up slightly or on 2 toes. Feel the big toe, the little toe, and the heel on the mat. Place a micro bend in the knee if you need to. If you're ready, bring that right foot up. Place it on the inner thigh, right up into the groin if you can, of your left foot. Pushing both your foot and leg together. Now, if this is you today, that is absolutely fine. Okay? That's it. Pick that point. What we need to do. Pick that point. Remember to breathe, relax. Then inhale, take your arms up, and we're going to step back into our high lunge. Nice and controlled, into our high lunge. Make sure the weight is distributed. And inhale, as we exhale, take the right foot 90 degrees out, bending into that front foot. And we're going to take the arms down, front to back. Heels can be aligned and bending into that front. Okay. Inhale, take your left arm up. Take it down, bend at the elbow, come down the spine. With your right arm, take it right to the outside, coming upwards till your hands meet. If they don't, you can use your blocks, straps, or you can just keep them there. What I would say is inhale, rise, open up your chest, open up the shoulders. Strong. Okay. And release there, coming into our warrior two again. We're going to go down, dive down into a low lunge. Plant your right hand by your left foot, and we're going to twist to the left. All right, that's it. You can place your right knee down if that's what's good for you today, because we're still going to get the same benefit. Okay? Inhale, as we exhale, bring your hand down. We're going to come back to plank. So, push back to plank. Take your knees down if you need to. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, vinyasa. So, chaturanga. Inhale, rise to cobra. Hold. Exhale, back to downward dog. Lovely. Okay. Coming up onto your toes. Back into plank. Inhale, exhale, move your body down, all the way to the ground. And what we're going to do is go into bow pose, or you can do locust. So, place a bend in the knees, take the right hand, front of the right foot, left hand, front of the left foot. Inhale, we're going to rise up, so take the body up off the mat. We're going to kick into our hands. It's okay. Breathe. Try not to allow your knees to go to the edge of the mat. Keep them together as much as possible. Breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. 3, 2, 1. Release. Come up into table position, and then we're going to go back into child's pose. So pushing back into our child's pose. Okay. And coming up into your tabletop position. Take your hands out to the front. I'm going to open up the chest. Bring the chest down to the earth, leaving your hips nice and high. Either put the chin on the ground. You can also use your blocks if you wanted to. You can use your blocks to enhance the stretch. Alright. And we're going to push up into downward dog now. So touch your toes under, bring your arms up, push up into your downward dog. Alright. Inhale, take the right leg up to the side. Put bend in the knee, bring it all the way through, stuck in between our hands. We're going to go up into warrior two. So take that left foot out. Inhale, rise to warrior two. Triangle. So, straighten up that front leg. Straighten up the front leg first. Bring your hips forward. And we're going to lean forward as much as you can. And when you can't lean forward anymore, you're just going to drop the hands down And the left arm, you can leave the left arm down for now until you're comfortable, and then take that arm up once you're comfortable. Lovely. So you're thinking of that pane glass to the rear and to the front, in line with the elbows. Alright. Okay. And rising up once again into our warrior two. Alright. Now I've got to think where I'm at. So, straighten up the legs, turn to your left side of your mat, bring your legs together. Okay. Bring your legs together. It's not Svanasana, but it's fine. We're going to hinge at the hips, come into a wide leg forward fold. Plant your palms down. And bring the legs together into a forward fold. And we're going to come down onto our knees. Now we're going to go into frog pose. So you might be a bit wary, it might be uncomfortable for the insides of your knees, that's fine. What we're going to do is take the knees outwards. We're going to take the feet outwards and flex the feet. So we're going to keep the feet 90 degrees, but take the inner sole sort of on the flats of the floor. Next, we're going to make sure that our hips are stacked over our knees. And then what we're going to do is either stay here and just push backwards, forwards, or we can take our elbows down and we can just sit here in frog pose. You can also draw your knees together imaginarily though. You're not actually drawing your knees together, you're kind of trying to bring your knees together. And that is contracting the inner thighs. And then if you let go and release, you might find that your knees can go out a little bit more. And you could do a little bit of active stretching. So coming in and releasing. Okay, and we're going to come upwards onto our hands, draw the feet in, and then we're going to draw the knees in. And we're just going to do a little bit of a side to side with our hips. Okay, so turn to the front of your mat again. We're going to go into a downward dog. And we're going to start to look forward, step forward, jump forward, into a half fold. Exhale, fall forward fold. And coming up vertebrae by vertebrae all the way. Exhale, hands to heart centre. Excuse me, Tadasana. Okay, take on some water, take a few breaths. I'm going to go on the other side next. Everyone all right? You thirsty?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. So we're going to go on to the other side so you kind of know what to expect. If we come into our Tadasana, bring your shoulder blades back and down. Everyone okay so far? All right. We're going to put all the weight on the right leg. Once again, pick a focal point. Relax, breathe. Grab hold of your left foot, bring it in to your right thigh. And pressing in to your foot, pressing the foot into your leg. Bringing your hands to heart centre. And then inhale, rise up. And then step back into nice and controlled, step back into our high lunge. Inhale, we're going to turn to warrior two. Once again, inhale, take the right arm up, bend down, down your spine. Take this arm all the way round and try and touch your fingers. Still bending into that warrior two. And remember with this, it's opening up the heart. So really bring that shoulders back, opening up the heart. Alright, and inhale, release back into warrior two. We're going to come down into a low lunge, place the left hand by your foot, and we're going to turn to the right. Taking your arm up towards the ceiling. Nice and strong in your left leg, go to your knees if you need to. Inhale, as we exhale, we'll come down. Come back into plank. So push the leg back, go onto your knees if you need to. Inhale, as we exhale, come forward, chaturanga. And up to cobra, hold, back to downward dog. Coming up into our toe, body wave into our plank. Lower down, chaturanga. Release. Take hold, bend your knees. Take hold of both of the fronts of your feet. If this is what's available to you today, that's absolutely fine, alright? Are you right now? Yes. Inhale, rise. Take in the chest and the knees off the floor. For 3, 2, 1. Release. Hands down by the ribs, come up onto your knees, back into child's pose. You're literally just resetting, okay? Okay. And we're just going to rise up onto our knees. Take the arms forward, the hands forward, spread the fingers, and then come down into our puppy dog pose. Remember, keep the hips nice and high. Hips should be over your knees. Really opening up that chest. Relax into it as well, because this might feel a little bit strange. And rise up. I'm going to push up into downward dog. I've actually lost myself now. So inhale, take the right leg up. Bring it all the way through, stack in between your hands. Inhale, rise to warrior two. Have we done this one? We have, haven't we? Triangle. Done this one, anyways. Yeah. Okay, so all we're going to do is step forward, step back on the other side. You'll find that I'll get mixed up in the legs. Okay, straighten up the leg. Lean push the hips forward, lean forward as much as you can until you can't anymore. And we're just looking it down into our triangle pose. Lovely alignment, ladies. Really good. And place a bend in the knees, coming up to warrior two again. And what we're going to do is we'll move down. We're going to come back into downward dog. And then we're going to go into child's pose for a good 5 breaths. Just take your knees down, back to child's pose. Okay. And if you need to take on some water at this point, please do so. We're not going to I didn't get us into frog pose, okay, for this instance, because we are doing a little bit of the unifiers anyway. Okay. Couple more breaths. We'll raise up nice and slowly when you're ready. And use this opportunity to have some water if you need it. Make sure your blocks and your straps are available. Okay. And when you come up, you're going to push up into downward dog. we're going to take the left leg up to the sky. We're going to bring the leg all the way through. We're going to go into our warrior two, so pressing up into warrior two. Are you right? Take your time. And straighten up that front leg. We're going to bring the left foot to feet facing the right edge of the mat. Take your hands on your hips, and we're going to come down into a wide leg forward fold. We're not going to go all the way down. We're going to place the hands out to the front, so we can feel back to the hamstrings. And we're going to place our hands on our hips again and come upwards. We're going to take the left foot to the front of the mat, and we're just going to bend into that left knee. Now please place your hands if you need to. I'm going to come into Skandasana, so I'm going to just draw this right leg straight and up. Now, if this is what's available to you today, take your hands to the mat, that's absolutely fine. You don't have to come into full-on Skandasana, okay? But what I would like you to do now is press up on this leg, if you can, into kind of this straight leg. That's it. And you're going to have to forgive me because I can't think what's next. It's okay, don't worry, I'm going to make it up. Right, once again, go into a wide leg forward fold, and we're going to walk around to the front edge of our mat and bring our bodies round. Take your right knee down. We're going to go into pigeon anyway. With your block, place it under where your butt's going to go. So you're going to take your front leg, make the shin parallel to the front of the mat, and you're going to rest your butt or your hip on the block. If you need 2 blocks, please use 2 blocks. And with your right leg, if it's still up like so, then just walk your foot out and your knee to the back. Now, if you are struggling with pigeon, like I do, you could bring this knee in so it's not as crazy, right? What I'd like you to do is stay as much as you can, or you could bring this in as well, all right? So there's all these variations, and not every variation suits anyone. We're going to place our hands in line with our knee and the foot, and make sure this foot is flexed as well. And we're just going to hold it here. I'm going to go a little bit further in a minute. As you know, I like a progression or a modification. But most of all, relax into the hips. Relax. Okay. On your next in-breath, we're going to see if we can bring this leg upwards. Alright? And what I'd like you to do is just, you can either have it to the side or like so. But have the elbow up, and what I'd like you to do is force the foot into the hand on the inhale. As we exhale, we're going to bring that heel towards the butt. Yeah, a little bit cheeky. Use your breath. Inhale, we're going to do this 3 times, so just do it 3 times at your own pace. Now, if you want a little bit more, you can raise this hand up and just try and grab the opposite shoulder. This is called your king pigeon. I don't expect anyone to be going, oh, yeah, I could do this, because this takes a bit of work, all right? All I'm doing is showing you some progressions that you can use, and this is really getting the quads and the hip flexors, okay? Inhale. Press into the hand, active stretching. And it is that sicky feeling, it really is, of like, it's horrible, to just do what you can. Okay, gonna release there. come back into downward dog when you're ready. Alright. Place the block on the other side. And as you can imagine, we need to do the other side. So we're going to take the left leg up to the sky. Bring it all the way through, stacking between the hands. Am I doing the right side? No. No, the back. Sorry. Right leg up to the sky. Bring it all the way through, stacking between your hands. Take that rear foot out, warrior two. And then straighten up that front leg. Turn to your left. Wide leg forward fold, so hands on the hips. And we're going to hinge at the hips, taking that tailbone out, hinging at the hips. Once you're parallel to the ground, bring your hands out in front. And then back to your hips. Inhale, rise. Take your right foot to the front edge of the mat. And we're going to bend into, coming into our Skandasana. So, not everyone can get their heel onto the floor. What you can do with your blocks in Skandasana, you can sit on your block. You can have your heel under the block. So you could sit back more. Adjust. Okay. And what we really want to do is get the knee right under where the arm is. Alright, and then we're going to rise up, so push up into a wide leg forward fold again. Hands on the hips, square off the heels, square off the feet. Hinge down, wide leg forward fold. Place your hands down and we're going to walk round to the front edge of your mat. And once again, place your block down, take your knee down. Adjust your front foot, front leg. Make sure the front foot is 90 degrees. Get yourself comfortable first, sit in this. Are you ladies okay? If you found it clearly you want it comfortable, but you don't want it too comfortable. So if you can adjust your front leg, if you can take this to the rear, absolutely do so. Now, if some people are finding it easy without the blocks, what I'd like you to do is take a twist. See, you don't get away with it, do we? There's always something. And you could twist around the other side as well. So, you know, at least you know where there's a progression, all right?
Is it cheating? Is it cheating by not using the block? Is it easier without the block?
No. I only use the block because I've got really tight IT band. And if I took that away, I probably wouldn't be able to get that hip. So with your leg, try and push it out to the front as much as possible, because that's another way of getting that real good stretch. If I bring that inwards, it's going to be easier. If I take it outwards, it's going to be a lot tougher. But you want to make sure your hips are also squared off. Yeah? You want to make sure your hips are squared off as well, because people could go over to the right and find it easy, but as soon as you plant that left hip forward, you feel it. All right, so bring your left leg up, and we're going to go through the active stretching again. Inhale, press into your foot, exhale back. And you might kind of think, oh, this was easier on the other side than this side. Hips might have an imbalance then, so it's really useful to know this. Once again, pushing in. As you exhale, move forward. Once again, you can kind of come upwards, pushing away. And when you've done 3, just release your leg, come around to the front. And what I would like you to do is just come back into, not a child, bring the child's pose, but bring the knees together, alright? So you're just coming back. You don't have to extend your hands if you don't want to. Okay. I'm kind of behind time, just slightly. Once you've kind of relaxed, released, we're going to go into our dancing pose. Okay. And spend a couple of minutes in each dance move. Okay, when you're ready, come up nice and easy, nice and slow. What I'd like you to do is come to a wall, because next week I'm going to implement it into the session, but doing it on the mat. Now you don't have to go to the wall. If you're content with dance pose, then please remain on the mat. But find the part of the wall. We're going to go a foot away from the wall, place our hands up. We're going to leave our butt where it is and just bring our chest in. Okay, we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. Then once you come up, I would like you to put weight on the left leg. Take the right foot into your hand, front of it, and we're going to do exactly the same. But remember your bow pose where you kicked out, that's what I'd like you to do, or what you've just done in there. You kick into your legs, but come down and bring your chest to the water. Okay? Straps are there. If you feel like using a strap would be more beneficial, because what you could do, this could help you bring your leg, hold your leg upwards. Okay? So, foot away from the mat, from the wall. Take your hands up, straight. And then leave your hips where they are and just bring your chest into the wall. So like your puppy dog pose, right? And I want you to feel that kind of extension in your spine. That's it, yeah. Okay, once you've got 5 breaths here, and you're content, I would like you to take your right hand in your right foot. Either using your strap or you can pretend. Now what I'd like to do is straighten up your body again and then kick into your foot. So you are kind of rounding, giving that extension of the spine. Adjust your strap if you can, if you think you can. Now, what we don't want is the heel to be right while you're up. Now, I'm not saying it can't be, because that's your limit of flexibility. If that is it, I promise you that is your position step. If you can, press out into your hand, like in the programs, that's super. Okay, that's it. That's it. Push out. Once you've finished with that leg, place it down and go on to the other leg. But what I would like you to do first, because you have just done an extension of the spine, I would like you to just round up your spine, push against the wall, round up your spine, and then go onto the other side. So we're just counteracting. Nice. And then go into the other one. Remember, kicking into your foot. Now with dancer pose, you will kind of lean forward, so you won't be up straight as such. But it's kind of preferential. You can be straight up or you can kind of come down. Looking good, ladies. Now I've seen you do this before, and I can see a marked improvement here. Okay? So when you're ready, release, that's absolutely fine, or continue. And so this is really good to also be okay, not throwing that up too much, you know. So this is really good to pressing in there. Of understanding your hips, where they're tight, okay? So please come back to the mat. Well done, ladies. That was good effort. We're just going to go into the forward fold. So nice and slowly, just come down onto the mat. I'm not going to make you go through the vinyasa. We're going to come into a seated position. Come forward. Extend the feet out. Take your sit bones back, and we're going to be a nice minute in our forward fold, seated forward fold. So when we're ready, so you can sit on a block or have a little bend in the knees. Hinge at the hips, so come forward with the hips first, and then bring your body down nice and slowly, nice and easy. Now you can take you can grab your two big toes and pull your feet upwards, or you can just lay your hands to the side. So after this minute, we're going to be relaxing. So what I would really like to do, you've still got 40 seconds. So what I'd like to do is breathe in, lengthen as you breathe out. Allow your body to come further down, but not your chest. It's got to come from the stomach. It's got to come from the hips, okay? So I'm just going to come round and just show you what I mean. I'm going to touch you now, okay? So inhale. As you exhale, push your lower back forward so you can make your hips first. Okay, just going to touch you. Inhale. As you exhale. Just a little bit extra. Inhale. As you exhale. So fun, don't worry. Alright, do this position. Inhale. Alright, perfect. Okay, so come up nice and easy, nice and slowly. Bring your knees into the chest and just give yourself a bit of a rock. What I'd like to do now is just put all warm clothes on and come into our rested final position. Alright. I'm going to have a nice bit of relaxation time, but I'd like to, once you're in your position, I'd like you to start really deeply going breathing, okay? And just relax the head completely. The forehead and the muscles around the eyes. Any strain, any tension, just release. This will give you indication of how you can relax the rest of the day. down your face, loosening your jaw, relaxing your neck, relaxing your shoulders. And because it's a little bit cold out there, I want you to imagine a nice warm light above your head, shining down onto the top of your head, penetrating your crown chakra, and all the way down your spine, rolling it up, strengthening. Now imagine that white light just goes down into your shoulders, giving you a nice warm hug, feeling like you're on a beach in the sun. That sun going down. And as you navigate that relaxing beach, imagine your arms just going heavy and relaxing to your spine and your side. Now imagine your hips and your legs feeling that warmth and that relaxation. Now just think of something that brings you laughter and happiness. And bring that thought, the feeling or image or whatever it is into your heart. And if you want to give it a colour, give it a shape, please do so. Now just let that feeling expand, or it makes you happy, joyful. Bring it, let it expand to your outer covering, beyond your head and neck, down to your feet. And just bring that with you when you're ready. So start moving your toes, your fingers, flushing your eyelids, and I'd like you to give yourself a nice big batch direction of your head. And bring your knees into your chest, and I'd like you to just have a little roll. And when you're ready, come onto your right side and come on into a seated position. Okay, bring your hands to heart center when you're ready. And thank yourself for coming to your mat today. Thank you so much for joining me in this practice. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I hope you get sunny this week at some point. Namaste. Can I just grab the blocks when you're ready, please?